the question in my head. All the issues in my life keep holding me back. Can I
A
live
great big
between
spicy hello to all of you. This is Diana Price, and you're listening to Diana's Spicy Business Talk Radio. Thanks for joining us today. We're here every Tuesday at 12:30 Pacific Time, right here on rmclive.com. And yes, you're listening to the who's who of speakers, entrepreneurs, authors, and thought leaders right here. So today you're going to find out who's in the seat. And sometimes the people in the seat are not right here with me in the seat. They may be anywhere around the world. So you'll just have to find out in a few minutes. You might even know because we did a little posting. So I hope you know that we have a special guest today. And he's been on the show before. He's a thought leader of all thought leaders. He's a marketing maverick. And I got to tell you, I think I told you last time, he is my mentor. And if you don't have a mentor in your life and in your business, you need to get one. And he'll tell us a lot more about why you need it today. But today we're talking about that it takes individual responsibility to control your results. Do you get that? Do you understand what individual responsibility is? It doesn't matter the type of job you have. If you work for someone else, if you're tired of working for someone else, if you want to work for yourself, it just doesn't matter. It matters that you take the individual responsibility for your own results and you do what it takes to get there. So we're going to be sharing with you some research-based, everything we do on the show is research-based, it's evidence-based. So I'm going to be bringing you a lot of data that I want you to really internalize. Because I tell you, when you come to the show, you bring your brain, because when you walk away, you'll have nuggets that you can use in your life and in your business every single day. So I'm going to start out by asking you, what is your daily ritual? Because Mike Grady I think Mike is on the line. Is he waiting for us? Yes. So in a minute, you're going to be in for a treat. So before we bring on Mike, I want to ask you so you can really think about this. What is your daily ritual? The reason I want you to think about that, and you may not really have it, so you can go, oh, this is what I do. When I get up at 6 o'clock, I do this. But think about your ritual and how it affects your success or your failure. What is your ritual? And is your individual responsibility ingrained in that ritual? In other words, do you do the same thing every day? Or do you say, I'm going to start my exercise program, and then you get into it and then you stop? I can identify with all of these things. That's why we're talking about individual responsibility and how it affects and it controls your results. Second thing I want you to think about, it's your own fault if you stay in whatever mess you're in, because you choose that. You choose to stay in that mess instead of choosing to get out of it. There's a choice, and you have to make that. Another thing, your results will show if you choose to take the positive action or if you made a real big mistake in your judgment. So as you ponder those three things and the rituals that you do every day, it's a pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Mike Grady. And Mike is, again, one of my mentors, and he is involved in so many successful business ventures, and it's a pleasure for me to be associated with him, and it's a pleasure to share with you some of the things that you can learn from Mike Grady. So let's see if we can get Mike on the phone. I think he's on the phone. Let me put my headset on and see if I can actually hear him. Mike, are you there?
I am here, Diana. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mike. I can hear you loud and clear. It's a pleasure to have you back on the show. I think we were talking, we were conversing and chatting and connecting a few months ago. Bring us back up to speed, Mike. What's going on since you've been on the show a few months ago? What's happening with you?
How much time do you get? A lot's been going on, but it's all been good stuff. And really, that's the point of why we're getting on this radio show today and why we're talking, just to let everybody know about what's possible in 2014 and beyond. And a lot is possible. Anything is possible if you just have the dream, if you just have the vision, if you're willing to go for it, if you're willing to do things that people aren't willing to do, to get to places that people aren't at. because, unfortunately for people that are extremely successful, there's a saying that says it's lonely at the top. And there's a reason, because a lot of people quit along the way to get to the top. And then the people that finally make it there, they're saying, well, I started with 100, now there's 4 people here. Where did everybody go? And that's just, you know what I mean? And that's kind of just the nature of the beast. But fortunately, what my mission is to increase those numbers, because I know I can do it, because I've been helping people succeed specifically with the internet over the last 6 years of my life, and I've dedicated my life to coaching and mentoring people such as yourself, Diana, and people all over the world on how to actually do and accomplish the things that weren't really attainable years ago. But now that the internet is here and we're able to use online systems and leverage, we're able to do a lot more things. So, but thank you for having me on the show again. It's a real pleasure.
Oh, my good. Absolutely. And before we get into it, I just want to also thank you, Mike, for being on the show. But we want to thank our sponsors, too. Today, we are just so awesomely privileged to be sponsored by, we have 2 great sponsors. One is Organic Gold, and the other sponsor is Pitbull, the energy drink. That's an amazingly healthy energy drink. And we thank you, Pitbull, for your sponsorship. And thank you, Organic Gold. And Mike's a part of that Organic Gold sponsorship today. So we want to thank both of our sponsors for really having the faith in us. We really appreciate that. And if you ever want to be a part of our sponsorship, just let us know. You can email at us, Diana@DianaPriceAssociates.com. We'll be happy to talk to you about sponsorship opportunities for Diana's Spicy Business Talk. Back to Mike Grady. So, Mike, tell us a little bit about, a lot of times we struggle in the things that we do and in the choices that we make. But when we make those hard choices, one of the things that I've always told the clients that I work with is that when you struggle and really put that effort in for what you need to do today, it really strengthens you. It puts the strength in your gut and in your inner voice and in your inner being for what you are going to be doing tomorrow. It's long term, isn't it, Mike? It's not like immediate gratitude.
Absolutely. To get good at anything, to be really looked at as an expert, according to the books, it's 10,000 hours. And if you equate that to an actual time, how long does that actually take? It takes on average, about 10 years to really get good at something. For example, I'll just give an example outside of business. I play the guitar. I'm a big fan of rock and roll music, classic rock. One of my favorite bands is Leonard Skinner. They got some really great guitar. And I picked up the guitar about 4 years ago. And I'm getting pretty good at the guitar. But I can tell you that right when I first picked up the guitar, I just had a vision of myself being able to play the hardest guitar riffs and the hardest guitar solos right away. Unfortunately, I was in for a big rude awakening, because you can't just pick up an instrument and automatically just become an expert just because you believe that you can do it right away. It takes work. Okay, the only place success comes before work is in the dictionary. Okay, so it takes work to really, really get it good. And after the 4 years, now I'm getting pretty good at guitar, and I know it's going to take me at least probably 5 or 6 more years before I can actually call myself an expert and be able to play with the people who have also put in that time. Because you also have to respect the people that put in the time, that put in their 10,000 hours, because it's easy to look at an expert, and I'm using guitar playing just as an example. It's easy to look at a guitar playing expert and say, oh, I can just do that. Oh, yeah, I can do that. Well, you can, but it takes that time. It takes the 10,000 hours, and are you willing to put in that time? Because it's not always going to go right. You're going to miss some notes. You're going to miss some chords. You're going to miss some steps along the way. You're going to stumble. And it's all about how you can bounce back from that and keep going and remember why you started doing it in the first place.
Never a lesson, Mike? Never a lesson on the guitar? That's impressive.
No.
That's impressive. Yep. That's amazing. I know.
No, I've learned a lot. I love the internet a lot, and I've learned a lot through the internet. Looking up different things and YouTube videos and different articles people have written, and I've just use that method and learning. And I've done the same thing with internet marketing as well, and network marketing is taking the initiative myself to say, okay, what do I need to do here and how do I need to get there, and then just do it over and over until I get to where I'm going. Fortunately, in internet marketing, what I don't have of playing the guitar, which I do have with internet marketing, is I've been able to network with the best people on the planet that show me exactly what I need to be doing. And because when you bring, when you hang around people that you want to be like, not necessarily like an idol, I'm not talking about that, but, if somebody is, really good at real estate and you want to be really good at real estate, well, if you hang around them long enough, you're going to learn certain things that maybe will take you, a couple of years. Maybe you'll learn it in a couple of months hanging around an actual expert. So I can attribute a lot of my success on the internet getting around the right people and doing proper due diligence.
So I'm going to sum that up by saying the importance, how crucial it is to work on your plan every day. You're working on a plan of success every day. You want to be successful in playing that guitar, and that's what you're working on. Of course, that's you gave me the analogy of the guitar and now the internet marketing, but that's what you have to do every day. You got to work your plan. You got to work your plan. And you have to be consistent in doing it every single day. And Mike, what you said too, I want you to elaborate on a little bit, because if it's the small things. It's really, I don't know, how long do you work on that? So if you work on your guitar, lessons for 5 minutes a day, an hour a day, equate that to the same kind, the same thing, the same amount of time you put into your business, an hour a day. I mean, the results will show over time. You're not gonna be good the next day in your guitar, and neither are you going to be good in your business the next day. Is that right?
Right, absolutely. And an interesting part, I'm glad you said that, because there's an interesting part about learning something, and there's a process to the whole thing. And like you said, when you're going to start learning something, the very next day, the very next week, maybe the very next month, you're not going to be very good at it.
Correct.
Maybe. I mean, you could be. But what's happening is you're building up to a point where you're going to hit a critical mass point.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, everything that you've worked towards is going to just pop. All right? I had network marketing explained to me with an analogy once that I really, really like. I'm just going to
tell me.
See if I can just off the top of my head go with that analogy. And the person I was talking to said, Mike, network marketing is like popping a bag of popcorn in the microwave. They said, if you put the bag in the microwave, and then you hit start, maybe put it on for 3 minutes, right? So you put it on for 3 minutes, and for the first minute and a half or so, it's just spinning. It's not doing anything. It's not popping, but it's working, okay? But looking at it, if you've never popped a bag of popcorn, you would say, well, obviously there's something wrong here. It's not popping. But all of a sudden, you get one pop, and then you get another, and then two more, and then a couple of more. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you hit that critical mass point, and the bag just starts erupting. And within about 15 seconds, the whole bag is full of popcorn. Well, that's how it works in business, and pretty much anything that you're going to do that you really want to get good at to become an expert in. You're going to have to put in that time, because faith is all about the things seen and unseen.
That's right.
A lot of people just want to have faith about things that they see, but you have to be able to be that visionary to say, yeah, I can visualize that bag of popcorn being full and myself eating the popcorn and enjoying it, without it even being popped. While it's spinning around for a minute and a half doing nothing, the work is being done, even though you don't see the popcorn popping. So that's just the food for thought. Keep that in the back of your mind when you're always working and you say, oh, well, I've been doing this for so long and I'm not getting any results. No, you are getting results.
Yes,
you just
you
haven't
are.
seen them yet.
That's
just
right.
keep at it, keep going, because you will get there. I know it.
And the secret that you just explained is time. Time is the secret. Over time, you keep doing the things that you're supposed to do and taking the positive actions, you're going to see the good results. But it's easy to take the positive actions. And Mike, it is so easy not to take those actions as well. And
absolutely. It's easy to go to the gym and work out and get in shape, and it's also easy to sit on your couch and eat potato chips and do nothing.
That's right.
So you got to make a decision. You got to make a decision. What are you going to do? And that all boils down to what you really want.
Right.
It's all about responsibility.
Right.
And I've done a lot of personal development over the last 6 years of my career. And Jim Rohn is someone I really, really have looked up to. And people don't know who Jim Rohn is.
I love his stuff.
He built an Herbalife. He was an Herbalife distributor back in the day, and unfortunately he's passed on now. But his legacy lives on through his words, through his teachings, through his seminars, and You can just go to YouTube or Google, just type in Jim Rohn, R-O-H-N, and you'll definitely get value, and it'll help you get to where you need to go. But I just want to talk a little bit about responsibility, because Jim Rohn says that you must take personal responsibility. He says you cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself.
You can.
In other words, don't be a victim of saying, "Oh, I can't do that today. It's raining. Oh, I can't do this. I just stubbed my toe. Oh, they don't have chicken at the store. I wanted chicken, but now I can't eat dinner because I wanted chicken." Well, you can do something else. You have to change.
That's right.
It's not always about the situation. The situation's never going to be perfect. A lot of people want a perfect situation before they take action. They want everything to be right before they take action. But that's not really how it works, because every time somebody's waiting, like you mentioned, Diana, time is the most valuable thing we have on this planet.
That's right.
And every second that you don't take action is another second you're delaying your success.
Absolutely.
Procrastination is the greatest thief of time, and it's something that people really have to understand. Every second that you wait is another second that bill didn't get paid off, or another second that that dream Ferrari that you wanted is not going to get purchased, or it's another second that you're not going to have that dream house in the Bahamas or wherever else you want to live. So it's very important just to have faith in the seen and unseen, more in the unseen in the beginning, because you can't see anything when you first start, and you just have to have faith to take that first step.
Oh, I wish you could say that over and over again. It is just amazing to hear how eloquently you put that. And I really hope our listeners internalize that message that you just shared. It was just so amazing. So I want to take a quick 2-minute break, and we're going to be right back. And when we come back, not even 2 minutes, it's more going to be like 40 seconds, 30 to 40 seconds. And when we come back, Mike, I want to get into, you said Jim Rohn, you mentioned his legacy. And I want to get into one of the legacies, one of the things that you are absolutely, sharing about Organic Gold. I want to talk a little bit about, how this is also a legacy and how you got into Organic Gold. So stay with us, and we will be right back. You are listening to Diana's Spicy Business Talk Radio, and you are listening to the great Mike Grady. Yes, who's who in the seat, and it's Mike Grady. We'll be right back.
To know why I'm in love with you.
Patient and strong, always, no matter what I face, you've been there to bring me through just fine. On time, it took a while to see that your love was true.
You ready? Welcome back. This is Diana Price, and you're listening to Diana's Spicy Business Talk Radio. We are talking with the marketing guru, the thought leader, Mike Grady. And Mike is joining us from, I think he's in Florida. I'm not sure if he's halfway around the world today. Mike, where are you today? Are you in Florida, or are you in another country?
I am. I'm in Tampa, Florida.
Okay. Okay. Just wonder. I always tease Mike. I wanted to see his face today, but unfortunately he got a new computer and it's his camera is not set up. So we were just having the pleasure. It's so nice to have you with us and enjoy your voice. But, the third time's a charm. Next time, we got to see your face, Mike. I'm sorry. I'm going to come to Tampa if we can't see your face. Just kidding. So let's continue our conversation. And we're talking about individual responsibility. And I want you to tell me a little bit more about, marketing and new product generation. Specifically, let's talk about Project 3000. Let's talk about OG Project 3000. Tell me what it's about and tell me about all the great stuff, because I got to tell me, you've got me hooked. You've got me trying these different, I have tried everything on this product page. I can't tell you, and I just love it. So tell me about OG Project 3000. Let's talk about that specifically.
Very good. Well, OG Project 3000 is an initiative we have going with Organo Gold, and it's actually being head up by my personal coach and mentor, Cedric Harris. And Cedric has partnered with Holton Buggs, who is the number one income earner in network marketing on the entire planet, and he made all that happen within this company called Organo Gold. And they offer three main products: coffee, tea, and hot chocolate. And they're all infused with Ganoderma, which is an ancient herb that is very healthy. And that's all I'm going to talk about as far as Ganoderma is concerned. If you want more information about Ganoderma, just go to Google or YouTube and type it in, and you'll find a plethora of knowledge and information to educate yourself on exactly what that is. But basically, it's been great. We've been with Organo Gold now for a few months. We've brought in a lot of people. Our objective is to help 3,000 families become financially free and do $100 million in sales within the next 18 months. And I think we're absolutely going to do that because the people we have partnered with, myself, my two business partners, Vince and Eric and Cedric, we're very good at marketing, where a lot of teams inside of network marketing, they focus on the network part of it, where, that is talking to your friends and family, handing out products, which is all great stuff. You want to make the list, you want to contact people, you want them to know what you're doing. But on the other side, there's marketing. And especially now in 2014, we're able to utilize the internet to drive massive amounts of traffic to any particular sales funnel and convert those sales with certain methods. And really, I mean, when you have internet marketing systems set up, doesn't matter what you're promoting. Yes, we're talking specifically here about Organo Gold. It makes it a lot easier because there's a lot of leverage on the internet. You can get on your phone and you can make 50, 100 phone calls a day, or you could buy a solo ad or do some Facebook pay-per-click or do some media buys and run 10, 20, 30,000 clicks, however much your budget can handle. You can run as much traffic as you want to a certain sales funnel. And when you've done the proper amount of research and built relationships with traffic brokers, because the internet works just like any other business. If you want a house, you're going to talk to a real estate broker, a real estate agent. Well, in the internet side of the world, there are traffic brokers. You know what I mean? So if you're looking for big amounts of traffic, you can talk and build relationships with these people, and then you can have that traffic on demand 24/7 for anybody to buy at any time. And it just makes for a little easier way for people to first get started, because a lot of people can get overwhelmed quickly, and that's one thing we definitely don't want. We like to keep things simple. We're not into complicating things. Using our team to test things. We do all the testing, so when someone comes on the team, they just have carte blanche to use and leverage everything that we've worked hard for over the last few years. But Organo Gold is great. The products are great. The leadership's great. I've met a lot of really, really interesting people being a part of Organo Gold. Diana, you're one of them. It's a pleasure to have met be connected with you and helping you build your business, and we're definitely looking forward to a really long business relationship with Organo Gold.
Tell me, you just said something that I want to dissect a little bit more. You said that, you can go through, these solo ads and, different types of ads. So tell me how that relates to Organo Gold. Are you saying that the marketing system when people come on is something that is supported by Project 3000, OG Project 3000? How exactly does that work? I mean, I think that's pretty exciting to have a marketing program that's coordinated with Organo Gold. But let me make sure that our audience understands what I'm saying and what you're saying about that.
Absolutely. Well, when we first came on and we were talking about the direction and what we were going to do, we said we need to build a marketing system specific to Project 3000 in our team. And we did that. And we did it rather quickly because we have a very, very strong team and people that have just sick work ethics, and we work around the clock just to get things done so we can provide the amount of value that people really want and really need.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided to make the marketing system free, which is really cool because a lot of people don't do that. When they create a marketing system, they charge anywhere from $20 a month to $100 a month and more.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided that the value is so great within the system,
Mm-hmm.
and just being the part of Organo
Mm-hmm.
Gold, there's value right there, and being able to have these awesome products. And we don't need to nickel and dime our team. So we created the free marketing system, and within that system, you're going to find literally everything you need to build a successful online business. We have a quick start guide. That is step 1
Mm-hmm.
through 7, everything that someone needs. If you've never even looked at network marketing or internet marketing, you have no clue what to do, you would click the quick start guide and it would walk you exactly through what you need. For the people that already understand capture pages and landing pages and things like that, you'd see a tab there that says capture page.
Mm-hmm.
You'd see a tab there that says landing page. There's Facebook apps. There's web banners. And then right below that, there's a place called traffic services. Earlier I was talking a little bit about relationships and how we've been able to build relationships with top traffic brokers. And when you click the traffic services button, you're going to get access to that relationship that we've cultivated and worked on for years. And it's just 100% full carte blanche access. You go in there, you place a traffic order, the traffic goes right to your capture page. The leads get put on your own list through your own email autoresponder, which we show you how to set up.
Mm-hmm.
The leads hit your landing page, and then they go to the sales page, and then they buy. Not all of them buy, and there's processes on how to increase sales and conversions, but the system is tight. I can tell you after doing this for 6 years that we really have this down to a science, because this is not a crapshoot when you talk about marketing and advertising and building a system that actually converts. It is a science, it is tested, and it's something that's proven, and it's the livelihood of all of us that are leaders on the team that are full-time, because we do this full-time. We don't have 9-to-5 jobs, and, we've like I've said, we've really dedicated our lives to this, so we really want to provide a quality system to people, and we have, and the reviews that we've had from it have just been stellar. People have seen, they've never seen systems like this, especially for free. Sometimes I pinch myself to even think, did we actually give that away for free? Yep, we gave it away for free.
That's what's
but it's all right, because the more you give, the more you get. Yes. And that's just that's a philosophy. It's that. I guess some people could argue that's a science, but it is a philosophy, and it's a philosophy I happen to agree with. So we're happy to serve our Organo Gold team and provide them with the best quality marketing system and the best quality traffic, so they can just have a great quality life.
Mike, you have just, I was just speechless when you're saying all of this is free. So, let me just kind of summarize what you've said. You've said not only, of course, the product is amazing, but the thing that really, that business people have to understand is that you can't just have a product without marketing it. People have to know that you're there. They have to know where you are. They have to know how to get you. And you have to be active all the time. So I'm hearing you say that you and the team, Cedric Harris, who was on just a few weeks ago, you and the team have put together a marketing plan that you've done all the research, you've put together all the evidence that it absolutely works, and you've put it out there so we don't have to go out there and go, okay, now, what kind of advertising do I want to do today? Do I want to do a Facebook ad? Do I want to do a solo ad? What do I want to do? So you've already put it together so anyone on the Organo Gold team can just go into the back office and decide how you want to promote your business. Is that correct?
That's 100% correct.
It's pretty cool. That's pretty fascinating. I also have, access to other marketing things, and marketing is not inexpensive. So it's such a pleasure to know that this is available. And, I want people to understand how hard you have worked to put this together. He is Mike Grady is one of the marketing gurus if you've ever met one. So, I just thank you for this, Mike. What a way to serve. What a way to serve the OG Project 3000 team. I'm so happy to hear that. So I want you to tell me, a little bit about the product because I'm already partial to some of the products, some that I love so very much. And I've been sharing the product with, many people, but sometimes it's like, for example, I like the black, what's it called? The gourmet black coffee. I started with the I guess it's a cafe latte, which I love lattes. Which one is your favorite, and what do you think about the entire product line? Because you said there's three major products: the coffee, the hot chocolate, and the tea. But when you look at the plethora of offerings, I mean, it's huge. I mean, I looked at the entire product list, and those are the three major categories. But it's just an amazing amount of products. Which one's your favorite?
My favorite is the hot chocolate, because I'll actually drop a bombshell on you right now and everybody listening. I don't drink coffee.
Oh, wait a minute.
And a lot of people would hear that and say, well, Mike, how could you get into a business and promote something that you're not using? And before I talked to my coach and mentor, Cedric Harris, a few months ago, I would have agreed with that. Mm-hmm. But he enlightened me to something that Warren Buffett said.
What was that?
He said, Warren Buffett said that things that you like to do should be a hobby of yours, but things the world does should be a business of yours. Now, that's coming from one of the richest people on the planet, and when I heard that, a light bulb went off, and I said, you know what? It doesn't matter that I don't drink coffee, because it's not my cup of tea, right? That people say that's an old saying. It's not your cup of tea.
That's right.
Well, it's not mine. I just don't personally enjoy coffee, but I know that the world does. Because here's a few reasons to add coffee to your income stream, okay? 70% of the world of people over the age of 18 drink coffee. Now, there's 7 billion people on the planet. 70% of that is a lot of people. I'm not even going to calculate it, but it's a lot. Okay? Now, Dunkin' Donuts, well, everybody knows about the company Dunkin' Donuts. Well, what people might not have realized lately is that Dunkin' Donuts changed their logo from a donut to a cup of coffee. They're targeting coffee drinkers, all right? After crude oil, coffee is the most sought commodity on the planet, all right? Coffee is the source of 75% of America's caffeine. So when you're talking about people getting caffeine daily into their lives, they're getting it through coffee, Almost 7 out of 10 people are getting it through coffee. 255 million Americans drink it, right? 2.5 billion cups of coffee are consumed every single day. So I started analyzing all these facts, right? Because another thing Jim Rohn said, he said, learning is the beginning to wealth.
Oh, yes.
And I started learning about all this stuff, and all the light bulbs started going off over my head. And I said, you know what? It's a product that's non-controversial, right? You don't have to tell anybody to change anything that they're doing. Because people are typically, a lot of people, most people, right, the majority are inside this thing that's called a comfort zone.
Oh.
And I'll just give one little example. Let's say someone's been eating dinner at 5 o'clock p.m. every single day for the last 10 years. Go up to that person and say, we're going to eat at 6. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Because they're going to have to change. Oh, man, they're going to have to change everything. Their TV schedule's now changed. All this stuff is now changed. And they're going to tell you that that's going to ruin their life. But when you say, do you drink coffee? Well, here's a product sample. Try this coffee, right? And then set up an appointment to talk to them to see how they like the coffee. Very simple, non-confrontational. Everybody already likes it. In fact, people want to try the coffee. People that would normally not be interested in a typical network marketing product, whether it's a juice, a supplement, a shake, whatever it is, people aren't inclined usually to try those types of things, but they will. Try coffee if they're a coffee drinker. Why not?
That's right.
They don't have anything to lose. You don't have anything to lose. People are drinking 2.5 billion cups a day, so it's not like the market's going to dry up anytime soon, and coffee is the second most traded commodity on the planet besides oil. So you have a lot here to work with. Plus, it's an organic coffee. It's healthy.
Oh,
and that's a
love
major
that.
trend happening right now that a lot of people are noticing right now.
Yes.
If you're probably shaking their head saying, I know, Mike, I understand what Mike's saying right now. Because I can tell you right now, fast food chains have had to kind of rebrand their business models. If you notice McDonald's, I'll take
Yes.
McDonald's, one of the biggest and the baddest on the planet. If you look at McDonald's now, you're going to see huge cups of coffee in the windows, right? In the commercials, you're going to notice McDonald's is targeting coffee drinkers now.
Yeah.
Because it's not so much about how many chicken nuggets can you eat and how many Whoppers can you throw down in an hour. You know, people are kind of wise that it's not a good idea to eat that kind of stuff anymore.
That's right.
Because diabetes is up, cancer rate, all this stuff. I'm not going to get into a long dissertation about that. You can do your own research, you know, regarding organic foods as opposed to genetically modified stuff. But Organo Gold has a healthy product. All right, coffee normally dehydrates you, but not the Organo Gold coffee because it's an organic product. It's a natural product. Plus, it's infused with the Ganoderma. So you're winning in every single direction. And that's why, for me, to make the decision when Cedric came to me, it took me about 30 seconds to make a decision to get in. Okay, and that's only because it took me about 30 seconds to walk to my computer and click the link to join. Okay, that's what took the longest amount of time for me to decide was the walk to the computer. Because I know that following successful people, especially somebody like Cedric, who has coached for me over the years now, and I would say that he's the best network marketer on the planet, and you're hearing it from me. Cedric is somebody who has enlightened me so I can understand what I'm looking at. A lot of people don't really understand what I just said right there. Because a lot of people can look at something but not know what they're looking at. All right? When I coach and mentor somebody, I want to coach them to the point where when they're looking at it, they know what they're looking at. And they're not going to listen to any kind of dream stealers around them and people that don't believe in their vision and people that want them to stay in the miserable zone. Because you got to remember, folks, misery loves company.
Oh, it
so
does.
People that are telling you your thing isn't a good idea, those are the people that don't want you. It's not that they don't want you to succeed, okay? They're not vindictive. But they are just afraid of you separating yourself from them because they know, because everybody knows what happens when you apply business principles over and over. When you have a vision, everybody knows that when you apply these things the right way and you go for it and you don't give up, there's only one option, and that's you will be successful, no doubt.
Oh, my God. This segment about Organo Gold and about applying yourself and really putting yourself out there with successful people, it cannot be undervalued. It is so valuable to surround yourself with people that know what they're doing. And that's why, Mike, it's such a pleasure to be in the company with the best. I mean, the network marketer that makes the most money on the entire planet. Give me a break. I mean, come on. That is just so incredible. So we're going to take a quick break. And as you know, we are going to be sharing Organo Gold here in the Los Angeles area. And we have an organic gourmet coffee mixer coming up on March 22nd. So we want to invite people here, and if you want to fly out to LA to join us, we'd love to have you there too. But when we come back with you, Mike, we're gonna kind of close down and see how we can get involved, how our listeners can get more involved with OG Project 3000. We'll be right back. This is Diana Price, and you're listening to Diana's Spicy Business Talk Radio. We'll be right back.
I just wanna be close to you.
Take too long. I had to wait for a good area for him to stop. Sorry about that. Okay, now you're going to say how we can. You got this up? Make sure this is up. This is supposed to be up.
Yes,
That's why I had you get that ready.
is
Leave that up.
what you gave for all the world to see.
You want that up.
Now no one can undo. 'Cause I
I'm ready to go
belong
back now. I want that up.
until the end.
Oh, it did.
Good to know.
Why are you doing that?
Till my die. I just wanna be close to you.
Come on, Stacey, follow me.
You, sir.
me come back. Just make sure you have it up. Why did that come up? You had it up like that. I saw you. You had it there.
Go out to sea, but now we know the truth. And no one
Now no one
can
can
they can't do. 'Cause we
until
belong
the
to the
end.
end.
Good to
And I know that you're change your mind and will. How long will you stay?
I need to put this
I just wanna be close to you. Yeah. How long will you stay?
Ready?
Hey, I just wanna be close to you.
Welcome back. This is Diana Price, and you're listening to Diana's Spicy Business Talk Radio. We're here with Mike Grady, just giving us some nuggets that if you've missed this, you have really missed a way to start business, a way to market your business, and free with Project 3000, OG Project 3000. And one of the things Mike is drilling home today is that successful people, they do what unsuccessful people are just unwilling to do. Mike, I want to welcome you back to the program. Mike Grady, you still there?
I'm here.
Great. Well, let's talk a little bit about how we can all get more involved with OG Project 3000 and what we can do to serve and, and actually consume a very healthy organic product. How can we get more involved in Project 3000? I know that I'm here to help you with anything Project 3000 that we can, but tell us a little bit more about that, how we can get more involved. And I know that there's a community and a Facebook community, I believe, but tell us more about that.
Yeah, when someone joins our team, we like to get everybody plugged in on Facebook to our Facebook group. Because like you're doing, you're putting on a coffee and jazz mixer, which we absolutely advocate. That's a great way to expose people to the opportunity, expose people to the product. And in that group, people are able to network with each other because we do a lot of internet marketing. So let's say, for example, I sign you up, Diana, and you're in California, and I sign Tom up earlier today, and Tom happens to live 10 minutes down the street from you.
How cool.
Well, if we put you both into the Facebook group, we can connect you two, and then you guys can do the coffee and jazz mixers together, and it just creates a better environment for more camaraderie and social proof. Social proof is very important, especially nowadays. We got the internet, everything, if it's not on the internet, people say it's not real, and then you got people that say the exact opposite, so. But when you have social proof, in other words, in a group, people do these mixers, and then they go on into the group afterwards, and they'll say, I had 15 people show up to my mixer, I made 10 sales, I signed up 4 representatives, all that stuff. And that's motivating to people when they see stuff like that because they want to see, and people that are leading by example, and they're in the front of the pack, and they're looking behind and say, come on, everybody, let's go. So using that Facebook group is absolutely a great way to stay connected with everybody once you're in. But the people that are looking to get involved, my advice, pay attention to Diana Price. Go to her coffee and jazz mixer. Go to the website that she's going to tell you to go to and follow her every lead because she has the blueprint. She's studying from the masters, okay? So she knows exactly what she needs to do, and she's taking the action steps to do it. So I hope that answered your question.
Well, I think the best part about, working with, Diana's Price and Spicy Business Talk is the fact that, can you stand it? I have the best people. I have the best MLMer that makes the most money in the entire world as my mentor. I mean, you, Mike Grady, and Cedric, can you stand? I mean, what an awesome way to surround yourself and do just what you said, surrounding yourself with successful people, surrounding yourself and doing the things that unsuccessful people are just unwilling to do, And the key ingredient is time. When you do it and when you surround yourself, it's just a matter of time. for you to be successful. So I want to thank you so very much, and I want you to tell our listeners how they can get in touch with you, because we are a team, and if anyone has any questions or anything that we can help them with, Mike is, I gotta tell you, I don't like sharing Mike, but I don't mind sharing Mike, but he is so because he's so valuable. So, Mike, be sure to let us know how we can reach you as well.
Absolutely, and it's all good. We live in a world of abundance, so
That's
there's plenty
right.
of everything to go around for everybody for all eternity. And for people who want to reach me, my personal email address is mike.a.grady@gmail.com. And if people want to personally reach out to me, I'll put my personal number out. It's 813-751-6429. And people can feel free to either call me or text me if they ever need any help. And I'm here to serve. I'm here to help you out. And I want to leave you with one last quote, Diana, from Jim Rohn.
Oh, absolutely.
And he said, if you are not willing to risk the unusual, you will have to settle for the ordinary.
Ooh,
So
say it
thanks very
again.
much, Diana. I definitely appreciate you. I'm proud to be on your radio show to help serve and educate everybody on here, and I definitely look forward to doing this again.
Could you, Mike, could you do me one favor? I would like you to repeat that quote from Jim Rohn. And you said one other quote from Warren Buffett. If you could please just restate both of those quotes. I think they are just mind-boggling. They're just there's something that we all need to internalize. Whatever one you want to do first is fine. But the Jim Rohn and the Warren Buffett quote about, I forget which one that was. I think something about you want to be in the business of coffee, or just restate the quote.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah, Warren Buffett said that things that you like to do should be a hobby of yours, but things the world does should be a business of yours.
That's it.
And the last Jim Rohn quote I quoted from him was that if you are not willing to risk the unusual, you will have to settle for the ordinary.
Oh, I love it. Mike Grady, thank you so much, my mentor, my friend. I thank you for being in the seat today. I thank you for being a who's who. And I just really thank you for enlightening and serving our audience and our guests. And this is a program that is so invaluable. So I hope you really got a lot out of it today. And Mike, we will have you on again. We'll probably likely have you on right after the coffee mixer, or might even be before. I just love the way you can just capture information in such an eloquent way. Thank you for being here. You are listening to Diana's Spicy Business Talk Radio. And I want to remind you that every week, every Tuesday, 12:30 Pacific time, we are here for you. We're giving you nuggets to personalize your business, to grow your business, to get massive success. There's so many business opportunities that we present to you on this program. And don't forget that you can also reach us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on KLED Live. That's www.kledlive.com. Thank you again for joining us, and we will see you next Tuesday. Go over to dpriceassociates.com and you can get a copy of that resource list. It shows you how to get in touch with us and how to get involved with OG Project 2000, So we will see you at dpriceassociates.com and look for Diana's resource list to grow and start your business. Have a wonderful week.